I'm going live now.
Good evening, everyone. This is Gil at Camppatton Family Compound. With me tonight, we have Tammy at Rebel Canners and Mark at ChefTech. It is time for the Monday Night Fireside Chat. And tonight's chat, the topic is things you shouldn't can. And how's everybody doing out there? Let's get over. I got more comments up here. Okay, so okay, you got a bunch of things in here. All right, so first one in was Jabber the Prepper, just arrived from a galaxy far, far away. Walt Rogers, ChefTech. Diana, formerly known as Diana 2, on both sides. Shady Hill on both sides. Kaylin Strain over here. And on Tammy's side only is Kelly Estes. Looking for a recipe to can pureed butternut squash soup.
Oh, okay. There's a great one in Rebel Canners. It's also in the Recipes from the File book. I will look it up tomorrow and I'll post it in my community page. Like I do the daily recipe. I'll look it up and I'll post it on for the daily recipe tomorrow.
Yeah. So
if you want later than 9 o'clock, but
yeah, if you want to make sure you get all the fun recipes, she's got 3 books out on Amazon.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. One is Relishing Life One Jar at a Time. Files from the thing, and Welcome to the Dark Side or something like that. Or?
Yeah. It's just called Rebel Canners. Rebel Canners, yeah. Relishing Life One Jar at a Time, and Recipes from the Files, which is all the recipes up to, I was trying to figure it out today, and I think whatever the date of publish was, I think it was like 2023. So it's every recipe through that day in 2023.
Cool. And the fat guy showed up, the fat survivalist. I mean, the sofa survivalist.
I have to maintain my kingliness
Yeah,
from this other guy from a galaxy far where away.
he does kind of outweigh you a bit.
Yeah, but he's not close enough to matter.
Yeah. All right. So let's see anything that's coming in here. Just double checking, make sure I got everything up on here. I know we've talked, everyone here should know we've talked about it enough. The one major one that always comes up, don't can with sage.
Yeah. So poultry seasoning has sage in it. Obviously, sage is sage. If you have anything like sausages have a lot of sage in the sausage seasoning, and it turns very, very bitter. I can taste it bitter within a week of canning it. Some people don't taste it right away, but over time, it gets super, super bitter. So leave that out. If you're going to can like sausages, can them and then add some of the seasoning like sage to them later when you're frying them up.
And if you're doing your own, find a great recipe that doesn't have sage in it. If you're making your own, links.
I'm not making links, but I am canning patties, and I have a great chicken apple sausage. And
Ooh.
yes, and I'm trying it out for the first time. Haven't cooked it up yet to see, but I'm going to be canning that. I'm just doing patties out of it, but that'll be a video coming out soon, couple months.
Email me the recipe because I have a lot of ground chicken downstairs. I'd like to.
Oh, I have 6 recipes, and I have a chicken burger patty that is fabulous that I did already. I will definitely, and we did meatballs the other day. Oh, they were good. I will send you all 6 recipes.
Like her chicken sausage or turkey sausage. I'm like, oh, I'll make a chicken sausage, but I'm not canning it. It's just to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Expect an email from Kaylin too.
Yeah.
Oh,
This wasn't a canning recipe. It was just a regular recipe. I had 8 packages of ground chicken given to me, and I had to figure out something to do with them all.
Sweet. I got 60 pounds of ground chicken I ground up down the basement freezer. I got to use it up.
Yeah.
Well, I had almost 16.
That works. Free is better.
Yeah.
Free is my favorite price.
Yeah. So in my mind, going over from all the stuff we've talked about and all the comments on the Rebel Canners Facebook page, sugar. One thing that says, "Oh, don't use sugar. It's going to caramelize. Don't use milk. It's going to separate and cream stuff. You don't want to can these in a pressure canner. They're specific as a pressure canner as opposed to water bath." There have been a lot of comments lately saying, "Don't do that in pressure canner. Do it in water bath." And everybody else follows after, "Yes, water bath, water bath, water bath, water bath." And you get times ranging from 90 minutes to 30 minutes. Or, depending on what it is that you're putting cream or milk into.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, some were 30 minutes were some really creamy, thin soups, not much of no meat stock in it all, or hardly very any. So, yeah, there is, so it's out there as not to do it. But then someone says, if you're going to can milk or butter or cheese,
that's its own process. Yeah.
And they said that's its own process. And one person actually told them to go to your channel.
Kelly
the
has
YouTube channel.
Kelly has another question. She asked if there's any grains I feel comfortable enough to can with. I do make my own beef barley soup.
So did I.
Only put a teaspoon of barley in each pint because it expands so much. And sometimes that teaspoon, I said teaspoon, I meant tablespoon. Sometimes the tablespoon is too much, and 2 teaspoons would have been actually better because it expands so much. So I do barley. I do burritos in a jar, and I do brown rice for my burritos in a jar. And I don't like brown rice, but the brown rice holds up to canning better than the white rice. So I've done the brown rice. I like the brown rice better in burritos.
One of the first things I canned, which got me kicked off of some other canning Facebook page, which is why I wound up friends with Tammy for now.
We rescued you.
12 years. And yeah, it was beef barley soup. But I knew it was going to expand because even after you cook it and put it in the fridge, you heat it up, it's like paste. So mine was extra brothy, and the beef and all my ingredients in there. I made it the way I like it to eat it, and then I just hot packed it in jars. And it's still shakeable. Actually, I think there might still be a jar down there or two, or unless Richard took it. Uncle Richard likes to take all my stuff. He loves that stuff. But I did it. Worked fine for me. But they're like, no, you can't can grains. It's like, okay, I wouldn't can pasta. Although, yeah, you can buy your Progresso, whatever soups in the store that already have noodles in it, like chicken noodle soup. But the noodles, if you put one in your mouth, there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
It just disappears when you squeeze it between your tongue and the roof of your mouth. It's gone. But it looks good.
I have canned noodles. I know you're not supposed to because of all the flour and egg in them, but I have canned noodles. I've canned eggless noodles, and I've canned my homemade egg noodles. And they just get really super soft and mushy.
Yeah.
So, but if I'm going to save leftovers, like I went through a whole soup making phase in my late teenage years, and my mother would be like, why did you make 30 gallons of this really bizarre soup I've never heard of? And my mother was not like, my mother thought that if you put carrots and celery in bean soup, you made vegetable soup. And she was like, she liked very plain food.
Yeah.
So we wound up canning a bunch of my soup experiments, things with, mung beans and bean sprouts, and she was not into.
Now,
so you can can pasta, it's just not really recommended. You have to experiment with it. Don't do like soup with noodles in it and can it and pray that all those 78 or 80 pints come out and taste great, because they may all turn to just thick soup because the noodles may break down. I mean, you're doing meat times usually with noodles in there, even if you throw them in dry.
Just the soup time.
Yeah, soup time if it's a beef, if it's a hot packed beef soup or something, yeah. But
over here.
There are some things I've heard off of Tammy's Facebook page, some of the people talking about it, about pastas and stuff. And some were saying you got to get the pastas from Italy because they're made totally different. They hold up so much better. And
they don't run them through plastic dyes. And there's that too. Yeah.
All that.
And the meat doesn't have some weird pesticide mixed in it because they don't do that over there. Yeah. So,
All right, we got some more
when they dry
here.
them, they're very dried. Like our pasta here is still kind of not dried through like they do. It's better.
Yeah, no, over here that comes out of the dye so fast and goes through such a rapid drying process so they can bag it up and get it out the door. It changes everything about the pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Ferocious is in the house on your side, Tammy.
Welcome.
Don't can your can. Yeah, Kaylin says, bet blueberry compote can be canned, possibly, yeah. And then we got Doug Smart in tonight. Frenchy Sandy's in on my side.
Don't stop. You can brown your ground beef and put it in your spaghetti sauce, and then you need to cook it for the soup time. 50, make sure it's at least 50% sauce, and then you can do it for the soup time. If you want it really meaty, more than 50% sauce, you have to do it for the beef time.
All right. And Diana Cole says, don't can broccoli, cauliflower, green peppers.
Well, you can can green peppers, but the broccoli and the cauliflower.
Don't bother.
I mean, that's a special kind of stink when you open those jars up that you never want to repeat ever again in your life. And I'm not a big fan of cooked cabbage or any of the cruciform vegetables cooked.
Yeah.
So that didn't help either.
All right. Kelly says Tanya's used Durham wheat.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is way better.
Real wheat.
Yeah.
They're making some awesome process on the new local market.
Progress.
So Our local farm market, I just read the news. Our local farm market just got a grant. They're building a brand new pavilion for it. And in that pavilion will be a commercial kitchen that people can rent.
Sweet.
Cool. Excellent.
I am so excited. So excited for that. I may have to do like a whole brand of products and use a commercial kitchen to make them and sell them.
And everybody's wondering why I'm putting all the comments. There are so many people on Tammy's side and on my side that can't see what's being typed on the other side. So I tossed it up there so everybody can see. So have you canned blueberry pie filling?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. I'm going to tell you a hint on the blueberry pie filling. Whatever recipe you use, it's going to call for lemon juice. Do not use the lemon juice. Use lime juice. It will take it up a notch. There's something about the pairing of the flavors, and I did a whole video on this, but I don't care about the science. Anyway, with this, there's a whole science behind it, but the pairing of blueberry and lime, the taste is phenomenal, and there's research on why, but if you really want to know, watch the other video.
Okay. All right. So looking here, so I got 8 on my side and 11 on Tammy's side.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Nice.
so that, you have a lot in there tonight, Tammy.
I find that doing it, the 2 views has really upped the people that view it. So thank you everyone for coming in.
Yeah. So as far as going back up there to the broccoli and the where was it here? Cauliflower, green peppers. Spinach doesn't can very well too, does it? I mean, I know they can in the store, but
here's the problem with spinach. You can can spinach. Now go out and pick 2 bushels of it so that you can get 7 quarts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like canning lettuce. It's so much water in it.
That's why my mom always bought those little 1-pound bricks of the frozen spinach.
Yeah. I'm not kidding when I say you have to pick 2 bushels. You literally do have to pick 2 bushels of spinach to get enough spinach to fill 7 quarts.
So with that in mind, other options for like the broccoli, the cauliflower. I know that somebody else here would say you can freeze dry it.
You can freeze dry everything.
Yeah.
Except for fat.
No, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, you always tell us you can't do fat.
Well, you can do it up to like 10%, but they won't tell you that. They'll say no fat.
You can't do a jar of pure lard or tallow.
You don't need to. You just can it. Stick it in a jar, heat it up.
Can it. Yeah. You literally don't have to can it. If you sterilize your jar, I just did it.
Sanitize. Ooh, you're busted. Ooh,
my soapbox just broke. If you sanitize your jar and pour boiling hot lard or tallow in the jar and let it cool and put the lid on, that is good enough. But I find I have so much humidity in my house that it tends to mold, so I have pressure canned it.
Let's see. There's something popped into my mind here and just did like a squirrel moment and ran off.
To answer Sandy's question, Sandy, I have done it with both flour and I've used and you don't use cornstarch, you use clear gel. I like the clear gel. Clear gel is cornstarch that is modified so that it takes the high temp and doesn't break down and get all gummy and nasty.
Well, like cornstarch, if you cook with cornstarch, say you're making egg drop soup, which I do a lot of, and you have your hot broth, you throw in your cornstarch, and the dog is stuck in the fence and you have to run outside for 20 minutes. You shut the heat off, you turn it back on, the cornstarch just broke down, and now it's back to almost just regular liquid again.
Yeah.
Cornstarch will not hold up canning at all.
If you do not have clear gel or you can't get it, it is okay to do the whole recipe without it and then just add cornstarch or flour when you're making the pie. So you don't actually have to add your thickener until you're ready to make the pie. Just a good tip. Then you can use it for blueberry pancakes. You can use it for a lot of blueberry cobbler. You don't have to have the thickener.
Yeah. So,
It's
sorry.
nice, but it takes up more jars.
Don't Stop 822 or 882, whatever. Yeah, no, it's a TikTok video. Really?
Yeah, here's the problem with that Don't Stop. What she didn't show you is that after 2 or 3 days in that jar, that egg is green on the inside. The yolk turns green.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, green eggs and ham sounds great for Sam I Am in Dr. Seuss land. Nobody wants to eat green eggs.
No.
In real life.
That's one thing you don't can is eggs. Cooked,
you can pickle them.
Sure, well, that's yeah. If we're talking about canning, come on.
Yeah.
Gil corrected me earlier about sugar and vinegar, saying you can't pressure can it. So sure, you can pickle them.
Yeah, you can pickle them, but to just try to pressure can them.
That falls into the category of the that falls into the category of pressure canning in your dishwasher because it gets up so hot and all the jars seal. We all have seen that video at some point. That's crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Along this line, there was someone was talking about. I was asking, can I can eggs out of the shell?
No.
And everybody was saying no, 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 no. And this one guy goes, yes, you can. I can eggs in the shell all the time. And she was asking about out of the shell. Why do it in the shell and everything comes out right?
No.
Okay.
No.
And and when I replied, I go, you don't have it turn green. You don't get the sulfur smell. And he disappeared.
Yeah. There are trolls that have infiltrated and they pop up every now and then just to stoke the fire, but they don't say enough to get banned. They just like to stoke the fire and sit back and watch everybody else argue over it. Yeah, there is that.
And nobody else commented on his thing, but
Don't Stop. You can can pickled eggs and seal them in the jar, and they have a several year shelf life.
That's pickled eggs, but
pickled eggs. Yeah. I mean, if you want to preserve eggs, I mean, canning is not the method to preserve eggs. If you want to preserve eggs to use as eggs, and you don't own a freeze dryer, see, I clarified that, then you would want to actually water glass your eggs, which is where you put them in a very thick lime solution, pickling lime solution, and they will be good. They're good for a year that way.
Yeah.
And
you got to make sure you kind of seal it so it doesn't evaporate out. The water doesn't evaporate out.
Yeah, you don't seal it, but you do put a lid on it. You
put a lid on enough so that any evaporation drips back in.
You cover them with way more, like 2 inches of the lime solution, not like just over them. You do it way higher. But you can can pickled eggs, or you can lime water glass eggs, and that's the way our ancestors kept them for the off season when your chickens weren't laying. This winter, as cold as it's been, though, the chickens have really been laying. They've done really good.
Because they don't want the eggs to freeze inside of them. Maybe.
My daughter's
video I just posted of freeze drying fresh eggs raw.
As warm as it is here, it's still down in the teens and single digits for the low at night. I was asking her about the chickens. She goes, "Oh, they stopped laying." But they get out into the yard during the daytime. They fly over the 6.5 foot tall fence, and they go out in packs of 4 or 5, and they're just decimating any seeds, any weed seeds out in the field out there. And but no eggs.
Doug Smart has a great question about chicken of the woods. So I have canned chicken of the woods. You can do it. It is one of those mushrooms where you don't have to change the water when you cook it. So it makes it's a great one to can. It's going to break down a little bit, but you can do it. Yes, that is a yes. And you would do it just the way that the book says for any of the mushrooms, the store-bought ones.
And
I also canned morels once, which is sort of sacrilegious, but you know.
Oh, that's
all right.
yeah,
And Caitlin adds a note on the water glassing. They must be fresh out of the bird, not washed.
Yes, very, very, very clean, unwashed eggs. When you wash eggs, and I'm going to preach to the choir here. I know you all know this because I've said it. When you wash eggs, eggshells are porous. Water is a medium that carries bacteria from the outside of the egg. We all know where eggs come from, right? Okay, I'm not going to explain why there's bacteria on them.
Come out
You
the butt.
take the bacteria from the outside of the egg, and the water carries it through the porous shell into the egg. The inside of an egg, and I'm going to go back to microbiology classes and my nursing classes. The inside of an egg is the perfect incubating medium, thank you, for bacteria. So once you carry that bacteria into that egg, it is rapidly multiplying. So here's my new friend. Rapidly multiplying. It is doubling in quantity more than daily, like almost hourly. So yeah, you do not want to wash your eggs. Store-bought washed eggs are the grossest thing on the planet, and that's all I'm going to say. Hi, Howie. Welcome.
Yeah.
Howie.
Howie's in here on Tammy's side, on the vertical. So what about other starches like potato and tapioca? I know potatoes. I mean, we talked a little bit about it in last week, canning hash brown potatoes and stuff. And Mark's always poking fun at Tammy for the lifetime supply of potatoes she's canned.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I am the expert on potato starch with the 300 jars of potatoes staring at me with potato starch lingering in the bottom of them. Yes, potato starch holds up very well. I often use mashed potatoes as a thickener in my soups when I'm canning them instead of other starches. Tapioca does also hold up pretty well. I use more of a medium one instead of the fine tapioca, but that's just a personal preference. Don't want to use the large tapioca or you wind up with like fish eyes because they swell up and get kind of like round marbles in there.
Bubble tea.
Yeah.
In a jar.
I'm not sure on this one whether the grocers made the decision or somebody else up in, we're government, we know better, and we want you all to wash eggs before you can sell them. Because I saw something on that some state is saying, no, you can't sell unwashed eggs even if they're homegrown. You got to wash them before you sell them. Yeah,
I make out deals with everybody that supplies me with eggs not to wash my eggs.
Yeah.
Now I did get some eggs from one of my wife's friends who was injured, so she can't get out there as often. And most of these eggs were disgusting. And they weren't washed. They just had lots of feathers and other brown things stuck to it. And there was no clean place to crack the egg, so to speak, on the side of the bowl. So I'm like, you know what? I took a dry brush, brushed off as much as I could, and quickly rinsed it underwater with the brush really fast to try to, and then cooked it right away. So there's that.
Okay, that's different. If you're gonna crack the egg open, and like a lot of times I make like quiche. I will freeze. I'll crack 6 eggs into a Ziploc bag and I'll freeze them. But that's different. You know, if you want, that's what I'm going to use the really dirty ones for. I would rather not wash them. That's just me. Honey garlic chicken sounds great, Howie. I wish you lived closer. Yeah,
and that's something else
I had to throw that in there.
Everybody went pixelated here. I didn't catch the last half of Tammy's.
Pieces omelet pie.
Yeah.
with milk and sour cream in there if you want. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as canning, I'm going to go over some stuff that that I personally think you shouldn't can because you don't need to can it. Sugar, it's a preservative. Honey, it's a preservative. Vinegar, it's a preservative. Wines, alcohol, wines.
Sorry, the liver
Now,
preservative.
you can grape juice because you can it fresh, and it's not going to turn into alcohol, but it's going to turn into what? It's going to be grape juice. Same thing with apple juice has been cooked and stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
And the Bear Truth just came in.
Hi, Bear Truth. Welcome. Yeah, but that's the other thing. You can apple cider. It makes apple juice. You don't can well, I guess you'd have to cook the snot out of apple cider to make apple juice to can apple juice, which kind of defeats the point. So you can apple cider and it becomes apple juice.
Yeah.
Just an
FYI.
I learned that. I learned that one from her about 6 months ago.
Yes. What most people buy at the store that's apple juice is like 50% water and a little bit of canned apple cider.
Yeah. Because it'll say like I know on the grape juice it says ingredients: water, grape juice from concentrate.
Yeah, that's how they transport it. They boil it down to a super concentrate, like the concentrated orange juice in the freezer section, and they transport it to another place where they reconstitute it with whatever water they got and put it back in bottles and jars and whatever and sell it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
yes, Kelly, you can. Sorry, there was a question before that, Gil.
Okay.
Yes, Kelly, you can purchase tomato juice. You would do the same time, the time and the pressure and all of that method, whichever way you choose, you can pressure can or water bath, whichever. It's quicker to pressure can, but it doesn't separate if you water bath it. So water bath is the best way, but everything is the same, just as if you were starting with a raw product.
Can you pressure can Dr. Pepper?
Why would you want to?
No.
Okay, I'm just saying. You can, but you can make jelly out of it. I know you've made jelly.
The joy.
I know you've made jelly. Have you ever made Dr. Pepper jelly?
No, I mean Mountain Dew jelly.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
Well, in that case, I guess I may try to do root beer jelly.
Yes. Don't stop. If you're using any vinegar, homemade, any vinegars you can use. I've had 5% rice vinegar I've used for canning, but it has to be 5%.
Yep. Watch the store. Some of the stores now are selling a 4%. You got to read it. And it puts it in a little tiny print in the bottom somewhere. You think it's regular white distilled vinegar or apple cider. Look for that number, because if it ain't 5%, it's crap.
All right. Gonna go back up. Gonna go back up to Sandy's one here.
Yes. I didn't do aronia berry, but I have done the elderberry this year, and it was so good. I just don't have aronia berries around here, but yeah, that will definitely keep you healthy.
You don't actually can this, though, do you? You
don't have to. It's preserved in alcohol. Canning would not help.
Yeah.
Ooh, side note, Tammy, I brought all my.
Wait a minute. I am not done. Just a minute. With elderberries, though. Elderberry, you break down the cell membranes and release more of the helpful benefits. So when you can elderberry juice, you actually make it more healthy.
Ooh.
There you go. Okay, now sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
So that would be one. That would be one that you do go ahead and like water bath can it for the 10 minutes or whatever.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the elderberries the branches I brought home where you got the elderberry flowers and that. Yes. I planted them. Almost all of them took, and I left them outside on my deck a little longer than expected. They were still hanging in there when the temperatures kept freezing, but they were in a
not very much.
It's a 1 gallon cottage cheese containers. And I'm like, let me bring them in. So I brought them in, put them upstairs. I go in there and water them every couple of days. They get a little bit of sun. They got little shrubs coming out everywhere. I was like, sweet, like little suckers coming out from the base of the stem. It didn't grow anything off the stem again, but I'm getting all kinds of green coming out from underneath. I'm like, perfect. I'll have an elderberry bush here shortly.
All right.
Fair truth. Yes, you can chili that you
Oh yeah.
already cooked. You can can leftovers like that. You do the same time as if you started with it raw, with everything raw. Um, so it would be, I usually do mine for the meat time. I do 90 minutes for quarts. If you have more than 50% juice in your chili, so if it's a real tomato juicy chili, then you could do a soup time, which would be 60 minutes. 60 minutes? I'm questioning myself now. Yeah, look it up. I'll look it up for you. I'll post it for you.
All right.
For once, I don't have my book right next to me where I'm sitting doing my lives.
Store-bought stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice.
Okay. Honey chicken entree. Classic Canada. Okay.
Oh, it was in
I
her
think
last
she's responding
MRE ration.
to Howie.
Yeah. All right. Mountain Dew. I'm just going through people commenting about Mountain Dew. Prepper 101 came in on my side.
Hey.
And who? Oh,
sorry, everybody just calls me raccoon.
Helena came in on your side. And canned elderberry jam or elderberry syrup.
Yeah. I'm making a big batch of it. I just got the elderberries out of the freezer and I got the steam canner. So I'm going to make them in the steam canner this time and get the juice.
Cool.
See if I'm loving the steam juicer.
Okay. We got a virgin here. The canning virgin.
Well,
I wasn't here.
This is Tammy. This is Tammy's time. So Gil, let her roll here.
Yeah. I was going
to need to join Rebel Canners and we'll teach you everything. Yeah. Or at least follow my YouTube, and there's a really good video about some of the rules of canning that you don't break even as a rebel. I would start with that. Number one thing you should do is make sure you buy a Ball Blue Book and then read the manual that comes with your canner.
And start simple. Don't go for the gusto on the first shot. Do something simple.
No.
Yeah.
Practice.
I always say the first thing someone should can is
water.
Water. Yeah. And then the next thing is canned chicken, which I know it smells really gross. So you have to like get initiated, and then it tastes so delicious. And once you do that, you'll be like, oh, this is wonderful.
Canned chicken almost comes up with the same similar, not odor, but sort of odor of canned tuna fish you buy in the store.
All right.
Yeah.
That's my opinion of it. And that's why my wife and I, after I canned a bunch of chicken, she's like, oh, now we can't unsmell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to add on to Tammy's thing.
So good.
Yeah. I want to add on to Tammy's thing on her YouTube channel. Go to the playlist and read the titles of the playlist. If you want to do dairy, butter, milk, and some cheese, you go to the dairy one. She's got different ones on it. She's done canning bacon and stuff. So yeah, she has it kind of divided out so you can look for information by the name of the playlist.
And I do have some tutorials on getting started, what you need to get started, and the basics. So I do have a lot of basic canning videos too.
Start with water bathing, then buy a pressure canner.
Yeah, I started water bathing with my grandmother and mom and dad back in the early 60s. The first time I pressure canned, which was this scene right here. This was a picture of my first pressure canning with Tammy and Mark on my live stream helping me can what they call cowboy beef. Basically, it was ground beef, and I took couple number 10 cans of baked beans, mixed it up together because I want to make sure beans are going to last longer than the can.
And I'm going to do a shameless plug for a moment. Sorry. If you are a level 3 member on my channel, I will do a one-on-one tutorial where I hold your hand through a virtual, like we're doing a live here. I will live stream one-on-one, just me and you, of a level 3 member. And I will do that once a month. I will walk you through something. We'll set up a time that works for both of us, and I'll walk you through and hold your hand virtually.
And there is a
through the
way
whole
to,
canning process.
you can save the stream to a private channel like yourself. I've done that.
Well, yeah.
So
well,
I have a bunch of
do a-
videos on my channel, but they're not public at all. They're for me. And if I want to give one of my family members the passcode.
It would just be, no, it's just it would just be like through, you can do it like through StreamYard, but it's just private. I would never publish it.
It's like a Zoom meeting channel. It's not
like a Zoom meeting.
And
you can record it. Yeah.
Yeah. Except it's safer than Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Tammy's first level is 99 cents a month, as is mine, for channel memberships. And I'm not sure what if you basically, all right, you want to find out what, and you're on Tammy's side. I'm not sure how it works well on the phone, but on the computer, you just go down to join, you click on it. You don't have to join. You can click on it and it'll give you the prices.
Yeah.
Same thing on my side. And Howie jumped over on my side too. So, so I was, so I mentioned, I've seen some people talking about, asked the question on Tammy's Facebook page, Rebel Canners, not Rebel Canning, Rebel Canners, about canning sugar. And everybody's like, no, don't work can plain sugar. It's especially pressure canning it. It's a preservative. You want to do something with it? Put it in a seal-a-meal bag and vacuum seal it.
No. Do not vacuum seal.
No,
well, I mean, you can vacuum seal sugar if you want to. Here's the problem. Remember when they used to have those little sugar cubes for your tea, fancy tea, and they're little ones?
Yeah.
If you vacuum seal sugar in a jar, in a vacuum seal bag, it makes sugar cubes.
One big
they are
half
like little
sugar
hard
cube.
rocks. You can never get them out of the jar.
Because I did a couple, but what I did is I also tossed in the moisture absorbers and stuff, so it pulled the moisture away from it to keep.
Yeah.
And I didn't take it all the way down to its crunch. I just took it enough just so it just got the air out of it, like if I were to take a straw in there and go and suck it out that much.
I probably have 5 pounds of sugar I put in my chamber sealer, not thinking about that. They're sealed. Yep. And they're in 1 pound pouch packets. And I'm sure when I open it, it'll be a brick. And I'll just have to beat it up with a sledgehammer to get some kind of sugar out of it. Or just if I'm going to use it for canning and it's by weight. Yeah, I'm just going to dissolve the whole pound in water and just make a simple syrup out of it.
That might work. But yeah, if you're, it's very frustrating to take a wooden spoon handle and beat the jar to get the sugar to get it out of a small mouth canning jar. Don't ask me how I know this.
Use a drill.
Probably needed one.
The other thing is, like you're saying about you got a brick, you put you did the cubes or whatever, or it frozen, and it became solid in a jar. If you're going to make jam, figure out, on your measurements for adding water to the jam and stuff, take out a half a cup or whatever, a quarter cup, and pour it in that jar and just let it sit the night before.
You're still going to be there for a week and 10 days.
A week and 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, do it a month
before.
before.
Try that. Doesn't work.
You'd have to open the jar.
Didn't work.
Submerge it in boiling water with the lid off so it can heat it from the outside and the water can penetrate from the top. And eventually, it'll come out.
Yeah, but when I canned the sugar, or not canned, vacuum sealed the sugar I had, I did the size of a quart bag, which is about half a pound.
Yep.
The advantage of that is you can take the bag off of it when you are silly like me and forget and put it in a smallmouth jar. It's really a largemouth jar would have been better even.
Yeah. A tapered a wide mouth one, the old tapered jelly jars. That way you just heat up a little bit and it comes out.
Yeah.
But Mark.
In a brick. Comes out in a brick.
Those chamber sealed ones you did.
Yep.
what you do is you have your wife create a little vest thing with pockets in it. You just put them in there like ballistic plates.
Yeah, they're bulletproof. They're yeah.
Bulletproof sugar.
Bulletproof
But the
sugar.
thing with sugar,
Yes, we get a
is
little
you don't
silly
need-
here, guys.
So if I get
thing
shot,
with sugar is you don't
the
need-
person downwind gets diabetes. Sorry.
Okay, my turn. The thing with sugar is you really just need to put it in a jar, fill the jar so there's not a lot of airspace, put the lid on. You do not need to seal it. And it will be good for 25 years that way. As long as you keep the dust and the dirt and the critters out of it, it will be fine. You do not have, unfortunately, sugar is also a poison. So it is a preservative, but it's also a poison. Like animals and things are not really trying to get into your sugar like they are the other foods that are really good for you. So, it is pretty safe in there for 25 years.
I gotta try free because sugar has some moisture content in it. All food does if it's in a bag like that. Now I gotta try this. I'm gonna try to freeze dry a couple cups of sugar to guarantee there is zero, and it's not gonna lose much. Probably out of a pound, there's probably like a gram of water in there, not a lot. I'm gonna try to freeze dry it. I'll try it, and then put it in a jar and vacuum seal, or put it in a bag and vacuum seal, and see if it turns to a brick or not. Because if it doesn't, I got a new procedure for long-term sugar storage.
So, question mark. I'm questioning this. Marshmallows are what?
Okay, so marshmallows are different. Because if I put a marshmallow in my freeze dryer, the vacuum will expand them.
Marshmallows are what? Sugar and vanilla and anything else?
Yeah, corn syrup.
Corn syrup, which is still sugar.
Yeah.
But it's liquid sugar. And they puff really big. So in my mind, I'm seeing your...
No, it shouldn't. Because sugar, there's no moisture. I mean, if it does, if just plain sugar, and I'll do a small batch, and I'll keep an eye on it. If because of the heat, if it starts to expand and turn into like cotton candy looking crispy stuff, well, might taste good, but it's just sugar. But it'll still be. I'll have like freeze dried 1 teaspoon. I have the silicone molds for my freeze dryer. I'll put like a teaspoon of sugar in each one. That way, if I freeze dry it and they get bigger, I can still put it in a bag, and I can just grab 1 golf ball and drop it in my coffee, and I got my teaspoon of sugar.
There you go. Or we can just buy sugar too.
The one thing I want to jump here on with froze. Sorry. On the when he was talking about freeze drying the sugar and stuff. Well, right now in my house, with the furnace going and the grandkids coming over, opening the door, letting the zero moisture air in from the outside into the house, I'm at 28% humidity in here, and it's dry. I've been boiling pots of water and stuff, trying to keep it up so I don't get a bloody nose at night.
That's perfect for freeze drying. I do that in my house in the wintertime. Best time for me to freeze dry with the central air. My humidity's like 22%, 24%. It's perfect. In the summertime, if it gets a little humid in the basement, bad time. You got to be really quick, because as soon as a freeze-dried food comes out of the freeze dryer, it is looking for moisture.
Yeah.
And it'll suck up, even if it sucks up a milligram, it'll spoil your food.
I will put the links. I will try to put the links tomorrow on this video. So I tomorrow in the description, when I have, I'm not where I have real good internet. So tomorrow
I can do it quick. I'll put your link up, my link up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if you search YouTube, if you just do,
thank you, Kelly.
Family Compound.
Kelly corrected me. You're right. Marshmallows get smaller when they're freeze dried, which is why I love those little tiny Lucky Charms marshmallows that I can buy just by themselves. Huge. And bigger when they're vacuum sealed. You're right. I did it backwards. My
actually, it's not freeze dried. It's when they dry them, they get small. When you freeze dry it, a mini marshmallow will turn into a jumbo marshmallow of the same weight.
Okay,
that's freeze dried is its own annoying sounds.
It's a little bit different, yeah. So, and CB is in the house. Woohoo! Yeah, there's but as far as though probably the worst thing to can, and people, Tammy says this all the time. We said at the beginning for those that came in late, and on her Facebook page, everybody is going, "Ooh, no, sage," because I guess when you can it, it gets whatever it's in. It's the liquid and stuff, even if it's in meat or whatever, it just develops. It's like a long brewed coffee. The aroma gets better and better, but with sage, it gets stronger and stronger. So, but
that's my link. There you go. There's your.
He asked for our links. He's got whatever channel he's on. If he's got
Gil's
on
link. Mine. That's why he didn't need mine. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, he wants Gil's link. Gotcha. Okay, let me get Gil's. Hold on.
Yeah. And so that's. Is there anything else like sage, like that? That you do.
That's really only the season. That's the only seasoning I found that is not. Only spice I found that is a problem to can is sage. But
I got a question.
Like CB said, you can dry your sage and it stays good for a couple of years actually.
Yeah.
So,
and you can put that in a canning jar and vacuum seal the lid.
Yes.
To keep to preserve it, keep the dirt and dust off of it.
Again, anything that you're going to add sage to, and poultry seasoning has quite a bit of sage. So I just want to clarify that poultry seasoning includes powdered sage. But anything that you're going to put that spice in, sage, you can add it afterwards. Add everything else and then add that when you open it up. And then it's fresh and it's good. Fresh herbs are always better. When you open your jars and you add the fresh herbs, you're just adding health benefits right into your food. So if you could only grow a garden and grow one kind of thing, grow some fresh herbs right by your kitchen door.
Yeah, parsley.
That's all. If you have an apartment and it can only grow a few things, grow fresh herbs because you're getting more bang for your buck and you get the fresh health benefits.
Yeah,
and like if you're growing indoor in a pot, it grows back. Yeah, if you're growing indoor in a pot, the aromatics from your herbs and stuff, your apartment just smells better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I guess sounds like CB is doing raw packing chicken right now, so she's listening while she's canning.
Make sure you throw some sage in there. Just kidding.
Yeah.
No sage. No poultry seasoning. I said it enough. No poultry seasoning.
Yeah. The water bath canning I started as a kid was blackberry jam. And that was a huge, 75-foot, 80-foot long rows of blackberries. And so we canned for weekends, several weekends, like 6 or 7, harvesting blackberries for jam.
So I filled the steam juicer with blackberries this week.
Ooh.
And I got 2 half gallons of blackberry juice.
Ooh.
I knew you'd be jealous.
The one who would really be jealous is my sister down in Texas. Because she ate more blackberry jam than I ever thought about eating. But, yeah. So Doug's going out to sub to our channels, and he'll be right back in.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's the only thing I don't like about doing it, watching on a phone. On a computer, you can go and click a new tab open, copy the link that he posts, open up, keep listening to us while you open up another tab.
Actually, I can do that on my iPad. When I'm moderating, if I see somebody, I can tap on their thing to go to their channel. It keeps playing the video in a little box. I can go view the channel quick and be like, okay, he's cool or she's cool or okay, troll. And then click off of it and go back in it and ban them or mute them or
and
whatever.
And that's why people wonder why I got 3 monitors here for my live streams.
Yeah.
Because I got me on YouTube over here, I got the StreamYard here, and I got I need to check out this channel and see what they're doing.
CB, that's what we're doing here too. It's supposed to get down to like -24 tonight. So we have been canning, or the roaster is going down in the canning kitchen in the basement. I'm here at my friend Linda's house hanging out because the cabin was way too cold and she took pity on us. And she's got the canners and the roaster going, and we're having a canning marathon to help keep the house warm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're gonna turn heat on a stove or something to heat the house up, you might as well cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like to can in August. I like to throw a lot of stuff like the fruits and things in the freezer. And everybody's like, oh, canning season is over. Oh no, winter is canned meat season. So
yeah,
I had a venison heart in the freezer. I got that out. And I also had a great big, like 20-pound beef roast. I got that out, and then some other venison. Got those all out. We had them in the roaster. Tonight, I cut the heart up and put it into jars. The roast, we've had several meals out of. Whatever's left, we're going to throw that in some jars. And then the broth that we made with all of that broth is going in. Right now, we have a roaster full of, 10 pounds of onions I sliced yesterday. And that roaster is going with the onions. And tomorrow, the broth and the onions are going to be canned French onion soup. It took me 3 stores to find the onions.
Doug, not sure of your financial situation. A friend of mine, though, up in the finger of Idaho, is off grid and everything, and he got the just lost the name of it. Elon Musk's
Starlink.
He got Starlink up there, and he does live streams and everything up there. His wife's on the computer doing internet stuff. He's doing it and handles both computers and everything else just fine. But I'm not sure if that's worth the expense for you.
That's probably what I'm going to wind up doing here when I go out to the cabin, start working out at the cabin off grid. I need better than my phone for internet out there, and I might just do Starlink mobile, call it a day.
Yeah, Kelly, you can't really water bath an electric roaster because it doesn't boil. It doesn't really boil hard enough.
Yeah.
Most of them don't get up to some of the old ones do, but the new ones do not get up enough of a rolling boil to be able to water bath can.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He also threw up my other channel, Gray Man Prepping, which I'm going to be talking about here in a minute here because
and meanwhile, I thanked him. I thanked him off the Survivalist channel on Tammy's side. I was like, "Thank you." I'm like, "Oh wait a minute, I didn't post that one. That doesn't matter."
Okay. So we've hit an hour, and I know you got to go to work tomorrow morning, don't you, Tammy?
8:00. Yes. Right.
Yes.
It's an hour drive. So yes.
All right.
Me too.
So
I have a 2-minute walk.
Yeah, 2-minute walk. You. So coming up here this week for live streams. Rosie, and I love my computer. Tomorrow on my other channel, Gray Man Prepping, that's Gray with an A. The topic is what's in your get home bag. I'm going to talk about stuff you should have in there and stuff don't put it in there because it's just going to wear you down and slow you down. Thursday night on Gray Man Prepping and that is 8:00 Eastern. 10:00 Eastern on Thursday is the Midnight Ride. And that can go like 2 or 3 hours long at night. That's my late one for the night owls. Friday, back here on Camppatton Family Compound. The topic is power for your buildings. And we're talking about power for the chicken coop, the pig pen, the barn, the whatever other outbuildings you have, even if it's just a garden shed out there, getting power to it and being able to have power there for everything on it. Saturday's a big one for both Mark and I. we start out with Shadow Scout Suite. I live stream it, simul live streaming like I'm doing with Tammy here. Shadow Scouts one starts at 2 p.m. Eastern, and we go for 4 hours. Then, after a 2-hour break, I go live with Survival Saturday on Gray Man Prepping. I had a bunch of people give me suggestions for after this event. What are your things? Well, one of the events they gave me is after ET arrives. What are your plans? So we're gonna have fun on Saturday. It's gonna be it's gonna be all sorts of fun and stuff on Saturday. Next Monday here. I really don't have a topic other than the day it is.
It's Monday.
Groundhog Day.
It's called, oh, no, we're not canning groundhog.
No, I'm not canning.
No, we're not canning groundhog, but we will have sort of like an open forum, and whatever we see, whatever we find in Tammy's Facebook page, an interesting one, we may use that at it. But it's going to start out as, all right, it's groundhog. Do we have 6 more weeks of winter, or do we have 12 more weeks of winter?
Wait, it's Monday.
The way we're going up here in Idaho, we're getting down to into the low teens, except for the next 10 days. Our lows here are in the 20s. We do not have snow sitting on the ground except what's in the shade on the north side of buildings. We got about that much snow 2 weeks ago, and the street's clear, everything's clear, front yard's clear, which is south side. And the temperatures tomorrow, 36 degrees is the high, 20 degrees is the low tomorrow night. And that's what it is for the next 20 weeks. We have not had winter here yet, and we're already 1 month in.
Yeah, and we're not getting enough snow, so you might want to be canning some water because we're going to be in a drought again here.
Yes, I had to say that. You're talking, I'll just type. I don't care.
Well, if ET needs to get home, I'll contact the guy that talked in the beginning there, Jabber the prepper, and have him taken back to a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
He can just ride his little bike to the galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
I saw the movie. He rode a bike.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't ride it.
That was slow.
That was in the basket. The
the
kid
very
was
end of the
pedaling. He would
movie.
die in space.
At the end of the movie, E.T. is pedaling the bike all the way to across the moon.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been about 35 years since I've seen that.
Time to watch it again, Mark.
No, I'm good. Thanks. Trying to quit.
Yeah. Now, just those that saw it in the beginning of the chat. Hang on here. Can I go all the way back up to that? There we go.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
It's Jabba's younger brother. Jabba the Hutt is his younger brother.
And it's 6 degrees here in south central PA, north central Maryland.
Mark.
Yes, sir.
Get ready to change your icon. Your avatar.
Why? What do I have to change it to? Why?
Just, you know who to change it to.
Oh, somebody show
Ready?
up?
No, get ready to change it because Jabber the Prepper. This is a satire channel I'm doing, and that's Mark's satire channel, the Sofa Survivalist. So we got 2 fat dudes here trying to tell you guys how to survive.
So Kelly Estes, Galaxy Far, Far Away is Star Wars. My Rebel Canner's name, and Mark knows this and Gil knows this, is a Star Wars reference.
Yeah.
So that's why we joke about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that was, wasn't that Prince of Leia starting to can?
No, it's the whole mindless drones and the rebels were the good guys in the again the Clone Wars,
the Galactic Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right, everyone, we're going to wrap it up here now. Thank you for coming in. Everyone out on both sides, thank you for your questions, comments, and hope you all enjoyed it. If you do have questions or you have a topic you want to see us address at another time, you can email me at Camppatton Family Compound, one big long word, or at Tammy at Rebel Canners, both at gmail.com.
And I don't post my email yet, so there's that.
Yeah.
You
Or
have
if
to
you
get
want,
one just for this.
yeah. Or you can email jabbertheprepper@gmail.com.
Actually, I think I created a Sofa Survivalist email to create a new channel
You did.
on YouTube from one of my other iPhones that still works on the internet. I don't care. So yeah. Because it said, you want to create an email? Sure. Let's call it this. Okay. Nobody else has that.
YouTube wants you to have an email so they can email you all the stuff on it. And
right.
And clarify stuff.
I have to check it like once a month to make sure I don't overload the mailbox.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We will see you. Well, hopefully I will see you tomorrow on Gray Man Prepping for Tactical Tuesday for What's in Your Get Home Bag. And we will hopefully see you back here Friday for, Power to Your Buildings. Tammy may or may not pop in here. Sometimes she does.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a crazy week, up and down with this.
All right, everyone. Take care, and we will see you around.
Have a good night.
Bye.